Today we are going to talk all about division. This is our first mini lesson on division. We're just going to take some notes together. You're welcome to take them and copy them down, or I will be posting a photo of these notes onto our website when I'm done. So the first question is, what is it? What is division? I want you to think out loud before I give you my definition. What is division? I know, and you probably know, that division is the process of splitting or dividing a set of items into equal groups. It is actually an action and is a process. So it's not just imaginary numbers or symbols. It applies to a lot of different real life situations. So it is also the inverse of multiplication. Inverse means opposite. So where multiplication is the taking of two factors and multiplying them together and getting usually a larger number if they're whole numbers, division is the opposite of that. And we can actually use multiplication as a tool to help us when we're doing division. So let's look at a division equation now. Here we have 63 divided by 9 is equal to 7. At the front, the 63 is called the dividend. Please say that word out loud, dividend. And that is our number that we're going to be splitting or dividing into groups. It's kind of our set at the beginning. And our dividend gets divided by the divisor. You can say that out loud, divisor. In this case, our divisor is 9. So our dividend, 63, is getting divided by 9, getting divided into 9 equal groups to equal our quotient, which is 7. So in every division equation, there will be these three parts. The dividend getting divided by the divisor will equal to the quotient. It's important to know what those three words mean and what they are, because I'll be using them a lot in my lessons, and it's important that you have this vocabulary. So let's start with the dividend. A dividend is always what you are dividing. So in word sentence equations where it's I had 15 oranges and I had to divide them among 3 people, the oranges is what I'm dividing up. That's the dividend. A divisor is what you are dividing by. So in that example of the 15 oranges being divided amongst 3 people, the 3 people are the divisor, what you're dividing by. And the quotient is what it equals to. So how many is kind of the question. Let's write that. The quotient is the number you get from dividing. So if I were to take those 15 oranges and divide them amongst those 3 people, how many would each person get? $15 divided by 3 would equal to 5. Each person would get 5 oranges. So those 3 words, dividend, divisor, and quotient, are going to be really important as we move forward in learning about division. It's also going to be important to know that there are 3 different ways that we might use to write a division equation, and it's important that you're able to do all 3. The one you're probably most familiar with is this way that's kind of horizontal. 15 divided by 3 equals 5. There's that example again. So that's one way. We have our dividend divided by our divisor equals our quotient. Another way is like this. In this case, our dividend is on the top. This line is the same as a division sign. It means the same thing. 15 divided by 3 is equal to 5. Our dividend divided by our divisor equals our quotient. You might notice that this example kind of looks like a fraction, which it is. Fractions are examples of division. If we were to, they're related. Division and fractions are very much related. The last way that we might see a division equation being written is like this. And it looks a little bit different than the other ones, and we probably won't use it as much, but it's important that you have seen it, okay? This one's a little bit different. The 3 is still our divisor, but it goes first. 3 goes into 15 5 times. 15 divided by 3 is equal to 5. All right, grade 4s, that's it. You now know what division is, the different parts and their definitions, and you know 3 different ways to write it. I hope this helps you as you practice throughout this week.